All right, everybody, look, you already seen the thumbnail, and some of you guys have seen it, and you're probably saying, like, man, how many times is he gonna make dirty rice? I'm gonna do it as many times as I can because I think I'm getting better, at showing it and giving you guys more of an instructional video and keeping my personality, right? So with that being said, we finna do a sausage and shrimp dirty rice that's gonna be over the top, and guess what? It's super simple. Let's get it. Now, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start my videos off, if I can remember to do this, just talking about like the tools that I use to, to accomplish what we're trying to cook, right? So listen, I'm using a large skillet. This is really my deep frying pan, but look at the volume that it has, right? So this right here, you gotta have a lid. You know what I mean? This is gonna help with the rice. And then over here, this is why we can't call it like a one pot, meal or one pan meal or whatever, because we're gonna saute our shrimp inside of this, and you're gonna need some tongs. The rest of that, this is what you need when you're cooking. The rest of this, you're gonna need a Pyrex. You gotta do some measurements. And I know if my grandma was looking at me right now, she never measured nothing. So I want you guys to imagine how hard this is when I'm like trying to, cook. That's the way I normally cook, but then I gotta come up with measurements for everybody so I can get you guys in the ballpark. Listen, I don't wanna ramble. Let's go over these ingredients so we can get to cooking. Okay, so this is what we're doing. Looking at this right here, I like for you guys to look at all of my ingredients, right? Just so you guys can know that there's really not that much to it, but listen, it still renders a good product. Something that's, tasteful and over the top. Now, we got long grain rice right here. This is 2 cups. That's why you see it heaping over the top of this, right? Then we got chicken broth or chicken stock, whichever one you guys have in your cabinet. And over here, we got andouille sausage. That's a smoked andouille sausage. And then coming here, let's look at this. I want to show you the size of the shrimp. I hope you guys can see this right here. I'll hold it like this, maybe so you guys can just see. This is 16 to 21. This is a nice size, right? So we got our shrimp. Now, when we do our shrimp, we're gonna add some Creole kick on top of that. Now, coming here, obviously we got a green bell pepper and an onion, but you can see we got garlic. We got some powders right here, and these right here, don't forget, you got to go to my website. It's Smokin and Grillin with AB.com, and that's WITAB.com, right? All right, so first thing we're gonna do is, and if you ask me, I think even though we, measured everything, why don't we prep first? That way when we start cooking, we don't have to like stop or work in between, right? So I already mentioned to you, we got shrimp. Now I'm gonna do it like this. You guys talk to me down in the comment section below, because I'm gonna go ahead and take just a couple of these off of there. See how I left this on here? You know what I mean? Be honest. I know everybody gonna say they want to take it off, but usually when you go out to some of these places, especially down in the deep south, you know what I mean? You down there in Louisiana, they be having this shell, the tail on here. I'm gonna just take a few off so we can just open up that discussion. You know what I mean? I feel like anybody here eating this dirty rice, they can just take it off themselves. You know what I mean? But I'll go ahead and give the chosen few or a lucky few. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do one more. Now that I started doing it, I'm gonna go ahead and take them off. But you guys let me know. How you gonna do yours when you make it, right? Are you gonna go ahead and leave the tail on, or are you gonna, take the tail off? Okay, so look, the first thing we're gonna do is, listen, we got the shrimp, and right here we're gonna have some Creole kick, right? So I got the Creole kick, you see it right here. Look, let's go ahead and dust this. Now, when I say dust, we just gonna season it. A lot of people say when I say dust, it look like it's a lot, right? So I'm gonna get in here. Let's use this hand, just in case we gotta go in there and get some more, right? When you get through working this in, it should have that color for whatever seasoning that you guys are using. My tool of choice is Creole kick. All right, so you see when they start looking like that, you golden. Now, I'm gonna set that off to the side, clean up my hands, right? We'll put this out here in the front. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work with our celery. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do that prep that I was talking about, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my celery down. You know what I mean? You just take the sharp edge of your knife, point that down at the ground, then you just put that down at I don't know why I said the ground. You want to put that down on your cutting board, right? And just run a line straight back. Just like you see. Now, we getting this holy trinity ready, right? So once we have it here, right, we only need the 2 stalks, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and just, now you guys gotta work on, cutting things on your own so you can be good and efficient. Somewhat like I just did right there, but that'll do it right there. That's enough. Now, if you guys pay attention to the size, look at that right there. You still want to have a little bit of integrity. And don't forget, when we dicing, really, if we dice real small, that's for the flavor. And then when it's a little bit bigger, it's for the texture and the flavor. All right, so now we'll go ahead and go with the bell pepper. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and cut down this onion, right? the Holy Trinity on the board. All right, and last but not least, what we're gonna do is go ahead and cut this down. Now, I know we got this. This is really already cooked, but I'm gonna go ahead and get me a bite myself. That's one of the advantages of being a chef, right? So we'll just go ahead and cut these down. Now, it's up to you how you wanna do it. I like to see mine in here like this. Now, okay, so I put a little heat under the bottom here. I got a medium-sized flame underneath the bottom. What I'm doing is just putting in some extra virgin olive oil in here so that can heat up. First thing I'm gonna start off with is just browning and releasing all of my andouille sausage, flavor into my pan. So we'll wait till that heat up and then we'll move to the next. All right, so now we up to temp. We'll go ahead and drop this in. Now what we wanna do is get this nice and hot. If they put a little color on there, that's cool too. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my spatula because I wanna make sure we got maximum surface contact, right? So these big pieces that I cut like in the round circles, you wanna make sure they're flat. Now I'm gonna raise this temp up a little bit so we can get some color and to speed up the process. If you're new to cooking and you're using this and and you're trying to do your thing, you breaking out doing things on your own, listen, low heat will do the same thing, you just won't have the color. So I'm gonna raise it up. Remember, low is your best friend. All right, so we just raised that up and we're gonna see if we can't get a little color on the back sides of these. All right, so you remember I was talking about the color? Look right here. You see that color right there? And when I'm done, I'm gonna show you. Remember we started with extra virgin olive oil, right? And so, that's kind of like that greenish tint, but it almost like clear. We call it translucent, right? The reason I'm telling you that is because when I'm done, a lot of the flavor from the andouille seasoning and all of that, that's going to melt, turn it a different color. That's how you guys know if we are coming up with some andouille inside of here. Now, let's turn this over like that. Let's cook these. Now I'm gonna reduce my heat right now. And then look, I'm gonna put something on the top. Just to let you know, listen, I clean everything, clean my counter, so I like to always have a splatter guard. Look, let me address this part right here. In the beginning, when HexClad first came out, I was telling everybody, get these. For one, it's a non-stick pan, and two is it's not sprayed with none of that non-stick spray, right? So I don't know where cancer is really coming, making a vengeance, from, but I can tell you this, you can use metal utensils inside of here. Listen, this doesn't come up. It's in the design and the way it's etched. It's what makes it, a little bit on the non-stick side, right? So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take these out of here. They got enough color for me. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and bring that Holy Trinity into play, right? So we just add that. Normally, I like to have my onions get a little bit of a head start. I know it doesn't need to, but that's just the way I've been taught to do it. But this time we add it all in there. All three, Holy Trinity. Okay, so now here's a little pro tip that I give, especially if you're new. Right, we getting ready to add our garlic. So look, this is how it is when you got to spread out so everything can start to saute, right? So what I do is I bring it all into the center like this. It don't have to be all, but what I'm trying to do is make a bed so that I can, add my garlic. The garlic will burn on you folks if you're taking your time, right? So you got to be a little bit quick. So this is what I do. I add it like that. Now I got my press. There it is. I just go ahead and put one of these in here, and then I got another little smaller one. I put this in here like this, and now look, notice when I mince this, once I press it, right, and I drop him in like that, I can continue to talk to you guys, right, and it's on top, and I'm not worried about nothing burning, right? Now that we got control and we, focusing on this, moving this around, now we let the heat hit it, right? And you can feel it as you moving it across, that your veggies that you put in here, or excuse me, the Holy Trinity that we put in here, what it does is it's starting to feel, nice and soft. It's working its way on becoming translucent. Now, it's a lot of flavor in here, along with that garlic. This is where you want to be. I'm getting ready to add, my Creole kick to it, right? It's going to act like it want to get a little dry, but no worry. Look like it's going to stick on the bottom and all of that. But we want to get a little flavor in here, right? So, see how it kind of like does that? Don't forget, this part right here is where that's the center. That's where that heat is coming from underneath, right? Don't worry about it. We're gonna get all of that up too, because once we put our broth in here, or stock, whichever one you guys are using, it picks all of that up. Well, none of that be there, right? So I let a little heat work with this, keep sweating my veggies down. Right, let me go ahead and move this. Now, I'm moving off to the side, to the left. If you guys heard that, that's my hot soapy water, because I clean as I go, but I like to soak, right? So we got that in the water. Now, I'm getting ready to come with my long grain, right? Reason being, because we're going to toast it a little bit with a lot of this flavor that we got in here, right? So I do everything in increments, you know what I mean? I know you can do a dump and go on this, but this is the way I cook. You know, it's always better to do things slowly, you know what I mean? Because if you put too much in something, ain't no go back, right? Now, add it all in here. Now, look at the color of the rice. You see that? That's got a lot of flavor on here, right? We're just gonna toast it. I'm gonna spread this nice and flat. Remember, you know that word I like to use, that's saying, what is that? Maximum surface contact, right? So we leave this like this. Now we go ahead and add, you know, our liquid, which is our stock or broth, right? Now we getting ready to become dirty, folks. What we're gonna do is, I'm gonna transfer this over to my stove, you know, do for video purposing, because what I'm getting ready to do now is get set up to go ahead and saute my shrimp. Now, first thing you wanna do is bring this up to a boil though. I gotta be able to say that. So we still at that medium high, let's get it up that way, then we're gonna set it for a simmer. You're gonna need a top, folks, because once it's simmering, I put the top on, and then we're gonna go for about 15 to 20 minutes. We just gotta look at it. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, because I only got about 4 or 5 more minutes left on my timer, right? So what we're gonna do is bring this up to temp, and then we're gonna go ahead and get these sauteed, get these nice. Okay, so here's a little heads up too. You can always add like a little dab of butter, which I'm doing right now, to go along with your extra virgin olive oil. Now, don't forget, that's garlic infused olive oil with just butter, just make them taste just even better. All right, once everything is melted, we go ahead and just add these, right? Now, remember, I like to keep saying maximum contact. You see this right here? We just want to make sure they're all flat, right? And then we'll see they start to cook, they'll start to tighten up. Like, I don't know. Let's see, I gotta find one. I got them kind of like squished in here, but they start turning a little bit pink and opaque, you know what I mean? Then we turn them over. Now, after about 2 minutes, you wanna just turn these over. So we'll just turn these like this, and then we're gonna go another 2 minutes. All right, now, remember I talked about that parsley? I'm gonna go ahead and hit it, add some there. I'm gonna save some back just for a little bit of garnish. And then what I do is, I just like to cook this on there, right? You look how that makes that look. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my fire off. We don't need no more heat. All right, so now that we got everything done, shrimp done, we've been had our andouille done, now our rice is done. Let me go ahead and break this away, let it steam this way. All right, now, I'm gonna go ahead and run this around the bottom. Oh yeah, nice, moist. Now we like kind of like just fluff it a little bit. It'll let some of that steam out of there and start to dry it out. So I'm gonna add a couple of these to it. I'm gonna hold a couple back because we wanna place them on the top, right? And then everything that you see right here running, we're gonna get that in there also. Then we're gonna do the same thing right here with our andouille, right? So we drop this in here like this. Okay, folks, look, completely done. This is the part where I take care of all of the pictures and all that kind of stuff. That's what drives you guys here. Some of you guys out there just show homage. No matter what I make, you guys just tap in just to see what it is. You know what I mean? But look, this is just another version of dirty rice. Don't forget, it's a shrimp and sausage dirty rice. Hey, listen, I'm not finna over talk it or nothing like that. I've been taking every chance that I can to get me something to, get me a little bit of this, but ooh, my goodness. You know what I mean? Oh, this right here, look, this is that night meal. This right here, hey, cheers, y'all. Ooh. I don't know how to say it. Like, it's just good. Like, hey, try it. The heat and this right here, this is what sets it over the top. Now, if you guys ain't got it, you use any of your favorite Creole seasonings, to put it in here. But listen, it's that smooth heat that just make it right. Now, let me know down in the comment section below, what would you have done to add to this to make it your own or even take it even more over the top, right? Now, with that being said, check this out. If you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And you know what I'm about to do? See, if you're new, you don't know about this. So check this out. I'm out. Peace.